What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great weekend. As always, this is what we do on the weekends. We look for a 1 or 2 week play. I'll tell you a few tickers that I'm looking at for the next, say, I'll give you time frames on all of them because all of them are going to be different. This one I'm pretty interested on. It's triggering a potential short squeeze that could happen with 400% returns. I wouldn't get too greedy, but CRTD is my first watch. Now, really, we have a trend line. You can draw it up on your charts. You can see where it's coming down over your head. I would really be watching to see if it's going to be able to make this breakout over the trend line, and then I might get a little bit more interested. Could come quick, might not come at all. That's one of those things. You know, the overall markets seem to be working their way back down for us right now, so it's kind of hard to play some of these things to the upside. So have a trading plan before you ever get into them. Use a tight stop loss or some sort of stop loss. I'll tell you what, it's sitting at 72.01 right now. I'd be watching really close what happens down here at 65 cents if it does not make this breakout. If it does make that breakout, obviously green light's going to be my first target at 85 cents. Yellow, 103. You might want to bail a little bit early in case that $1 psychological gets a little bit sticky. You could get out before the masses. And then ultimately, I guess 400% could put us somewhere around the $2 range. So that's what I'm watching on CRTD. Like I said, draw up your trend line. Make sure that you get that breakout and you don't get rejection because you could get a very nice entry, I guess, if it wants to come back down for a little bit of a breather. I'd be watching these two ranges in the immediate future, 65 cents and 57 cents. So see how it responds. You know, if it breaks out, retest, pushes from here, then that could be the entry. If it gets rejected and needs to build a little bit more steam, then maybe you're going to get a better entry. So CRTD, that's probably top of my list right now. Reno, RENO. This one is projecting somewhere around an 80% return. It's super cheap. I don't like these kind of plays, but some of you guys do. So I figured I would put it on the list. We're at 1 penny right now. I would have a tight stop loss, I guess, somewhere in the 0.0009 to 0.0007. It's going to be very low volume. It's going to be real boring. That one's probably about a 2-day play, whether it works out or it does not work out. So from here, I guess you're really just looking to potentially hit, if you could hit 2 cents, you doubled your money. You know, if we can get up to the green line at 4 cents, that's pretty decent. Not top of my play, but I would potentially keep that one on the watch list if you're a penny stock person. I don't like them, but you know, there's potential there. Saying just for the next 2 days, you know, it's probably either going to make its move or it's not. And then MRZ is another one that I'm watching. Looking for potentially somewhere around 100% returns. It had an okay day Friday, so I don't think quite, you know, $1.80 range, but I do think that it could have some room to move if it gets this breakout. So immediate watch, 98 cents. See if it breaks out of your trend line. Draw it up however you like, however, you know, it kind of makes sense to you. I like more touches than not whenever I'm trying to estimate what could potentially go down. So, you know, then I'd be watching it real close around $1.12. But has some nice potential to the upside. As far as that one goes, for time frame wise, I'd be watching. That one's going to be a little bit longer. Again, it's going to probably be low volume, take a little bit of time, maybe play in this channel. So I think there could be some better entries if you're patient. As far as that goes, it might be a nice trade that you could just hit multiple times if the strength wants to remain in there. You know, this I wouldn't enter here till you see a breakout if that's your plan. Obviously down here your trend line is going to be better risk to reward if you're patient and you just put it on the watch list. I do think that one's going to take some time. So, you know, if we're looking at 3 or 4 weeks, then it can bounce around in here. You can make several nice trades on MRZ. But my attention right now is on CRTD. I think if it can break out, I think we have a pretty decent chance. I mean, it had a heavy sell-off and a quick recovery, so let's see if this is strength. Let's see if it holds. If it does, it's going to be probably a little bit longer play as well, so your money might be tied up for a little bit. But I mean, we are fighting the markets, so we can't expect anything too insane to happen too quick. But I would watch how it's moving in here. You got some nice supports. You got some nice resistance. If it gets too bad, just bail out, and it was worth a try. But there's some potential there as far as the setup goes. Kind of flagging out right now, so maybe this will be your breakout. It could potentially want to come back down, so that's what you're watching for. Is it going to come back down and test again at the bottom trend line? If it does, where's it going to test and then make its push? But that's my watch. I appreciate you guys coming back. I hope you had a great weekend. I will catch you in the next video. Talk on Monday for sure. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.